Hey Pickles, and welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this spotlight look using the new Morphe 35O3 Fierce by Nature palette, and spoiler alert, I freaking love it. I'm so stoked to see what looks I can create with it. It's literally autumn in a palette. So this is the palette, and just look at those colours. So the first colour I went in with is called Red Alert, and this colour didn't come to play, okay? It is so bright it's almost neon. It's described on the website as a matte scarlet, but to me it's more of a really hot coral, and it's freaking stunning. Like, just look at it. How can you not love that shade? And I put this all throughout the crease from inner corner to outer corner, and then diffused the edges slightly before going in with my next shade. Speaking of which, it was Flame Game. Again, a super accurate name for this shade, and again it's really intense, really bright, and as you can see it went on like butter. It was stunning. I just packed this on above Red Alert and then diffused the edges again before moving on to our final shade from this palette, which is Consume. And if you have Illamasqua Vapor, if you watch my lives on Facebook, you'll know it's probably my favourite eyeshadow of all time. This is like Vapor's neon sister. It is freaking gorgeous, and I can definitely tell this is going to be the shade that I hit pan on first in this palette, because just look at it, it speaks for itself. And once this was applied, I just took a great big fluffy brush and diffused the edges totally, so there was no harsh lines, and it just drifted into the skin tone nicely under the brow. And then I just go back in and sandwich all the shades that I've used in the crease, going back and forth until I'm happy with the blend and the intensity. This is a really important step. I edit quite a lot of it out. Don't be fooled with how long this takes. Just keep going and going and going. Next step is cutting the crease for that spotlight, and for this I'm using the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer in Sugar Biscuit. I really like this one for crease work. It's not the most opaque of concealers, but it's super creamy and it makes for a really nice base for this sort of work. And what I do for the spotlight is I literally cut a whole damn semicircle from inner to outer, and I just find this makes it so much easier to get it even. Once that's done, I then fade the edges away with the darkest shade, so in this case Red Alert, and then just blend so everything is seamless. Then I switch from the really small brush to a little bit fluffier brush, usually the brush that I applied the first shade with, and I just blend that through so it's not blocky and there's no harsh lines. You guys know the drill by now. This is Pearl pigment from Peaches and Cream, best pigment in the world. Even though it looks white in the pot, it's actually got a red reflect, so it complements these looks so well. And I just applied this straight over the concealer, didn't need any additional base. And then once it was on, I just used that larger brush that I used to feather the edges of the spotlight, just to feather the edges of the pigment. Again, this is a really important step because we don't want no harsh lines here. These are just a multi-pack of lashes that I got off Amazon. I'll try and pop the link in the description. They were super cheap, but they're actually really lovely, and I just popped them on with my favourite glue, which is House of Lashes glue in clear, so we couldn't see a band. And then I just mirrored the crease shades under the eye, slightly blown out and grungy, and then went in with Pearl again with no base for the inner corner, and just look how banging that is. Really simple, really effective, and this is a nice sort of easing into autumn look if you don't want to do the full dark grunge. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure to check out my other social medias, and of course to subscribe to my channel for more content. See you in the next video.